One mini world, one creation dream.
Alright, so now we gonna create a different thing, okay? So now we gonna create a terrain, a button, so you will be able to have different tools in game. Alright, so how we gonna create this? You're gonna first go ahead and click on that. You're gonna create a picture that is gonna be the background of our button, and you can select any picture you want. Important setup, you're gonna just change the color or whatever you want here to looks like you want is the background, but let me do this so it's gonna be easier to understand. Okay, so you're gonna see the process part by part. Okay, so we create the background, that is this one. Okay, now we're gonna edit it. You're gonna put the name of menu terrain, or remember, these buttons are optional, so you can have different menus, but this is the menu that shows how to edit the terrain. Okay, now you can scroll down and you can set up the base of the size. Now the color, once more, I already select a color, but you have it. You're gonna put it double-ended display always for these buttons, and set up association. You're gonna set up with the top-down corner, and this is really important. Why the top-down corner, guys? Because this is gonna be associated to the side where there are the other controls, okay? And to the back, to the right, and to the bottom of the screen, okay? Now, while you are on it, you're gonna click where you have the menu terrain, and we're gonna add the icon, okay? The icon in the middle for this, that is the one you're gonna see here. So you're gonna add a picture, and you're gonna change the picture for whatever icon you want to use for your button, okay? In my case, as this is the terrain, I select this item. Important things, the only important things here is put the icon you want, and always do the setup association. You're gonna put the 4 sides, so always it's gonna be in the middle. Alright, now you're gonna click again in terrain, and we're gonna add a button, okay? Button here, click, and you can put whatever design of button you're gonna have in the top, okay? So rename it as a button, and the name of the button, this one is for terrain, okay? If you have something like I have, it's gonna be probably something transparent over it, so let me show you. As you see, you're not gonna see it because it's an invisible button that I always keep on the top, but you can do a normal button too, okay? The important things on the button is you're gonna select a shortcut, okay? So, why is this? Because the computer players can use keyboard to use it. So you can put the keyboard that the player needs to press to be able to use that button automatically, and he don't have to select it, okay? So in my case, I'm gonna select the Q. The pattern, once more, you select whatever you want. You can do yellow, you can do blue, you can do whatever color you want for this, okay? And the important thing is you're gonna set up again for the 4 sides of the block, alright? And you're going back to this, you're gonna click on here, and then we're gonna have something like this, okay? Just almost deleted. Alright, so the button is gonna be something like this. Of course, it changed because I have put in like a color, but as an example, I can use white here. Okay, nice. Now you're gonna click again here, and we're gonna click again in menu terrain. You're gonna add a new one, and you're gonna use a word, okay? And you're gonna change the next information. You're gonna put the name as description. The content, you're gonna put what is the name of this tool. As an example, terrain or wherever you want to place. And you're gonna change the color to white, or in your case is the color you select for like the highlighted things in your map. And the font size, you can change it to wherever, okay? Once more, on here, set up the association, so you're gonna always have an association for this. In my case, it's always gonna be in the middle of those two. And you're gonna have something that looks like this right now, okay? Now, we need also something important, and is the shortcut. So the players will know what is the shortcut for this. So what you can do is just put it a word again. It needs to be down the scroll. So this is where you select first all thing and click on word. And you're gonna edit it, and you're gonna place the name as a shortcut, okay? So what is gonna do this, on here you're gonna put the name of the key that the player need to press on computer to be able to use this. You're gonna put it color white, you're gonna put it in different things, but the important thing is you're gonna place it as display on PC only. That means that the player only be able to see this on computer, okay? The setup association for this is gonna be on the top right corner, okay? Top right corner. Perfect, nice. And at the end, you're gonna have something looking like this, okay? In my case, it changed because I put it like two different things here, but if we put something like this, it'll match, okay? As you see, I have a Q here, so players know that they can use the Q for click on here, okay? And once you have all of that, and once more you have it in the same order that I have it, you're gonna click on here and you're gonna save as a template, okay? And you're gonna put simple or button, I don't know, 1 or 2, and save it. And once you do that, it's gonna be really easy to you to place a new button. Just click on here, go to custom template, and you have the different options here. See, you have the button here. Well, you just need to add it, and you're gonna have the same button, okay? So you will be able to place as much buttons as you want for this one. So in my case, I put 3 different buttons. I have the basic ones, and I put a tool so the players know what items they can use for this. But as you see, it's the same information, so always be sure to change the information. As an example, here is menu terrain, here is menu basic. On menu basic, put on basic if you want to click on it, so I will know in the UI when I use triggers that this is the button, the description, the tip, the shortcut, and of course, if you want to add this, just add some picture like this, okay? But it's not mandatory. If you want to do it like this, it's also gonna work. It's something extra I put it on, but it's not needed for you, okay? Also, I can save this as a template. Okay, so as an example, I can put BTN filter, okay? And I can save it, and later in custom template, I'm gonna have it like this, okay? So I can just add whenever I want a button like this, and I only need to change the information, okay? So in my case, I have 3 different buttons, okay? Welcome Tuan, and welcome Giga Chat, okay? So in my case, I have 3 different buttons. Of course, I have a terrain, which allows me to have all the tools I'm gonna use for the terrain. I have a basic, which is all the blocks that are gonna be over grass or normal terrain. And I have advanced, which are gonna be the city blocks that I can use, okay? And you're gonna have something like this, nice? Because we will be able to do the triggers for this, okay? Now, really quickly, let me start and go with the triggers, okay? So be sure you're gonna save. After you do the UI, you're gonna leave your map, and just in case, you're gonna create a backup for this, okay? So go to backup and create a backup and put like UI working, okay? UI base. So in case something happened, you will be able to recover that part, okay? Always remember to do a backup every time, just in case. Then access your map again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start creating the triggers for our UI, okay? So I'm gonna be really quick with this. Remember, triggers UI are gonna be different from normal triggers. And we're gonna create the next ones, okay? So you're gonna rename this as a general. You're gonna take, and you're gonna rename the first one as a show UI, okay? So in show UI, you're gonna add an event. The event is player. When word. Oh no, I almost failed 3 times on this one. So you're gonna select when the player enters the game. Then you're gonna add an interface, and you're gonna do something that is make player show the current interface, okay? I am a little bit loose because they changed the names, but it's this one. Is the one that says open interface, and you're going to put the same information I have here. Okay, now, did you remember? I'm a little bit loose here. Oh, okay. All right. So, you're gonna create a second folder, here, and you're gonna rename it as a shortcut menus, okay? On this folder, we're gonna put all the menus. All right, and apart from that, we're gonna create a new one that is gonna be called avatar, okay? So you can put it right here or in wherever you want, okay? Give me a second, it's right here. Where is avatar? I don't see it. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, so once you have this like this, you're gonna scroll down to shortcut menus, and you're gonna create two different triggers. The first one is gonna be named interact. We are not gonna do anything yet, and the second one is gonna be terrain. Okay. So in terrain, or in your case your own menu, we're gonna place all the items that we want the player to have. Okay. So when it starts the game. Okay. So we're gonna add a new action. You're gonna go interface, and when any button in current interface is clicked, it's gonna look something like this. Then we're gonna add a condition, and we're gonna determine the unit. Okay, so event unit, yes, in current event interface, and on here we have to select the button that we're gonna click to open the first menu, that is the terrain. Okay, so if you look in your menu terrain, there is a button that says button terrain. Well, we're gonna click on that one. Okay, the first action we're gonna add is we're gonna wait. For that, just scroll down to timer and put waiting timer. Okay, so on waiting timer, we're gonna wait 0.1 seconds. It's really quick. And what we're gonna do here, we're gonna add the items that the player is gonna have. Okay, so just select player. In player, you're gonna select add an item to player's backpack. Okay, and on here, select one. Select any tool you want to place in the player inventory. In the case, I'm gonna go to custom and I'm gonna select dig. Okay, this is the first option that the player is gonna have in his inventory. And you can add all the different tools you have for the terrain here. Okay, the important thing is you add all the different tools. I have a lot of tools here. Remember to learn already how to create those. Okay. And at the end, let me show you this. What is important to this is you're gonna add a new one, like the other ones, but you're gonna have to change this. So remember, we create a tool that is being called dig that allow you to have some blocks. Well, on here we need to select that variable in the amount. Okay, so you're gonna scroll down and select blocks. Now you're gonna select the block that you want the player to have every time he digs. In my case, every time that the player dig, it's gonna add a sand block that is right here, and we're gonna keep it on the players on the main backpack. That's simple, right? Now we're gonna click now interact, and what is gonna do this is like the base for the menu you're gonna have. Now we're gonna go to interact, and in interact we're gonna add the same event. Okay, interface when any button on the current interface is gonna be placed. Okay, and what we're gonna do here, on here we gonna select, or we're gonna add the buttons that we don't want the player to have an auto effect. Okay, so in most of the buttons the players are gonna have an effect, and here we're gonna select an auto effect. Okay, so we're gonna select event, and this is important. You're gonna put no, and here you're gonna put the button or all the buttons that you don't want the player to have interaction with and that are gonna have this interaction. So as an example, I'm gonna select avatar here. Okay, Nice. On here, you add multiple of them, like all the ones you can have. As an example, I'm gonna copy and paste, and I'm gonna add a new one. That is this button right over here. Alright, so remember, those are the buttons that you don't want to have an effect when you click on the normal menu. And then in the actions, this is important, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna clean the player inventory, okay? So we're gonna do a trick. We're gonna do a small introduction to scripts. You're gonna select assign here, and we're gonna create this one that is setup applier, okay? So how is gonna work? You're gonna click on setup player and trigger event. For this, you're gonna create a new variable and put exactly the same spelling I have for you, player ID, okay? Just like the way you see in here. To player in trigger event. And then we're gonna have to create a trigger, okay? Because this option doesn't exist on your normal triggers. So for creating a script, you're just gonna click here and you're gonna click on execute script, okay? And you have something like this, click on it, and you're gonna have an option like this. So if you click here, you will be able to change the name. You put clear inventory, okay? And this is very important. I already have it created here, but you need to change this, okay? So you're gonna have a white screen here. So we're gonna create this from 0, okay? It's a quick introduction to scripts, so you're gonna learn. So here, you're gonna click, and you're gonna have something here that is MiniWords API. If you don't have access to this, because you are in cell phone, remember on the website, on the description, that says MiniWords scripts, you're gonna have access to this website, so you can copy or just type the same thing you're gonna see in my screen. So if you scroll down on computer, you're gonna see here MiniWords open up API. So you're gonna scroll one to the say trigger variable library, and you're gonna have all these options, okay? So you're gonna click on the second one that says get global variable, and you're gonna have something like this, like all the different strings and what they are gonna do, okay? So you're gonna select the one you have here, and you're gonna scroll down, and you're gonna click on copy and paste, okay? Also, another option is that you can place or type here part to life 2 point, and as you see, you have like different options here, or also you can put get variable by name, and you're gonna see you're gonna have the same conditions, okay? But the important thing is you're gonna write something like this. First, you're gonna put local, that is really important, and then you're gonna put result, okay? Remember, it needs to be typed just the same way I got it here. So let me change the font so you're gonna see it a little bit more bigger. And you're gonna put comma, that is important, and then you're gonna put player ID, okay? So remember, the name of the variable we created before, you need to put exactly the same name here. Then you're gonna place equals, okay? And then you're gonna put the text that we just copied, okay? So if it doesn't work, just recheck the video and do it again, okay? It needs to be the same upper cases and lower cases, and you're gonna have something like this, alright? So you're gonna replace this word for a 6, and you're gonna replace the message for notation marks, okay? This is really important, and on here you're gonna put the same name of your variable, like this, alright? We end with the hardest part of our script. What is gonna tell this is to tell the game to assign the player to the script we're gonna use. And now on the wiki, once more in the description, if you are in PC or you are in cell phones, you will be able to find this website. But if you are in computer, you have this advantage. You're gonna go to the part that says player right here, and you're gonna look on here for one that says clear player inventory, okay? If you cannot find it on player, that sometimes that happens, okay? You can find it also right here on backpack or into event, okay? So you're gonna see here that there is something that says clear all pack, okay? and you're gonna click on copy, or you just can copy this line, whatever is okay for you, okay? Once more, if you don't have this, remember just to type it like I put it down here, backpack plier, clear all backpack, and remember to be careful with the upper cases, otherwise it's not gonna work. On here, you're gonna delete the number, and in between the two parentheses, you're gonna put plier ID, you're gonna copy here, and you're gonna paste it. Alright? And right now, as you see, it looks exactly the way I have it here, and you're gonna save it. What it's gonna do is really complicated, but it's not complicated at all. It looks complicated only. What it's gonna do is that it's gonna remove everything from plier inventory, okay? And then you're gonna add a sound. You can put whatever sound you want. As an example, put effects on pliers, and you're gonna select plier and trigger event and the sound you want. As an example, for me is this one. Okay, I select that sound, and then that's it. So every time you click in a button, now it's gonna make a sound and it's gonna clear the inventory. So if everything is working, what you're gonna be or have working is something like this. That every time you click on here, it's gonna make the sound, and it's gonna put all the different items on here on your inventory, you see? Okay, you hear that? Nice. As you see, it's working, okay? So test that. If it doesn't working, or if you get more items, just recheck this part of the video and do it again, okay? Now, remember the terrain here that we create. Oh, no, this is not the triggers, it's are right here. Well, you just need to do a copy and paste for the other buttons, okay? So, you're gonna copy and paste, and you're gonna rename as an example as country, and you're gonna change the information. So, remember on terrain, on terrain, we have here like button terrain. Well, now for the second button, you're gonna select basics, and you have the button basics. And of course, you're gonna keep the same actions, but you're gonna add all the items you want for, of course, the country menu, okay? And as an example, see that in the normal one, I add dig, irrigate, plow, sidewalk, road, and dig. On this one, I add demolish, houses, farming, fishing farm, park, wherever, okay? And do the same, just copy and paste for the any kind of buttons you place. Just change the next menu that you're gonna select with. As an example, in menu advanced, I have this button right here. We're gonna select it, and once again change the information. So this one is gonna have sidewalk, office, police station, and there you have the different buttons. As an example, if you have a button specifically for create an airplanes, and you have an airport and a lot of things for airplanes, just copy paste this, change the information, and you will be able to do it really easily, okay? So now you're gonna move to general, and in show ID we're gonna add an action, and we're gonna go to player group, and we're gonna have an option here that says I hate when they do that. Okay, execute triggers on player group. When they change the name, it's really hard to find out the things again, but we found it, okay? Now we need to select what trigger, okay? So you're gonna select the menu that the players are gonna have at the beginning, okay? So in my case, I select terrain, and you're gonna execute it for function player group all players, and check conditions need to be false for this one, and that's it, okay? Now, apart from that, we're gonna change the avatar for the one who the player actually have. So you're gonna go to here, set image button content, and you're gonna go make players and trigger events, change or modify. Remember, we have an avatar here, we're gonna change it. Concurrent edit option confirmation, and on here, from the options you have, you're gonna select function, and on here you have a lot of options. You're gonna select obtain player's current character icon, okay? And that's simple. Select that one, and you're gonna have something like this. Just put, remember that a lot of players can access the room, but the one who is gonna be the city, the owner, is gonna be the host. So you're gonna select the host. And we already have our first approach to the this, but your buttons are working, but this is not working, okay? This only have zeros, like the default. We gonna make it work, okay? So, what we gonna do is we gonna create two different triggers. The first one you're gonna create is gonna be named as a upgrade info, and you're gonna create another one that is gonna be named as an info loop, okay? Sorry, I'm gonna put it this as it's supposed to be. The name is gonna be loose conditions, okay? All right, and this is gonna be update info loop, okay? Alright guys, sorry for that second. So the first one is gonna be named info, and the second is gonna be info loop, okay? So we're gonna move first to update info, and we're gonna add some options, okay? First, we're gonna make the income bar be available or work depending on the remaining time you have here. So for this, you're gonna just add here an action, and you're gonna change the size of an image or a button, okay? You're gonna click on it, and you're gonna have something like this. So in the first one, we're gonna select which player. You're gonna keep it on make players on trigger event. It's gonna be orange, don't worry for that. On the second, you're gonna select the element. We're gonna change the size, and we're gonna select your income bar, is this one up here, but you're gonna select the one in the center, not the one that is the background, the one in the center, and you're gonna click on it, okay? Keep this as a current edit interface, and select the border as the same size of it, okay? So let me backwards, and we're gonna change again, and this is very important, the size, okay? So the background size is 4, 32, and 8, but the inner side, the one in the middle, the small yellow one, is gonna have the same information. So the size is gonna be 430, so you're gonna copy this, and you're gonna save it wherever you have it, like this. Remember, we take note of before, and the height is gonna be 5, okay? So save that information, guys, is gonna help you a lot. So this is the size, and this is the height. All right, nice. Oh, or the height, let's put it height or the height. All right, and this is gonna be the width, okay? Now we're gonna move back here again, and we're gonna use that information, okay? So in here, you're gonna select the height of your specific filling bar, okay? In here, we're gonna go to functions, and we're gonna do a mathematical operation. So we're gonna change, or this, you can use this for making your own bars. So we're gonna do a numerical operation, and you're gonna have something like this, okay? All right, so in here, what you're gonna do is to place this number on the same value. On here, I see that I done it wrongly, so it's gonna be 4030, like you're gonna see it right here, the max amount, okay? And you're gonna multiply this for, and here we're gonna do a numerical operation here, and we're gonna divide, okay? So we're gonna select on here function. On function, you're gonna have timer time, you're gonna select that one. And remember, we have a timer that every X amount of time we're gonna give some resources to the player, and our name of this day, we're gonna select that, and we're gonna divide that into the max amount. So in my case, it's 30. So remember, we place this as the amount of the timer that is gonna keep the resources. If you use the same amount I have here, you're gonna place timer, okay? And that's it, okay? So right now, if you place this, is not gonna do anything, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna move to info update, you're gonna add an event here, and you're gonna select game loop, and you're gonna do during every game routine loop, which is gonna be this one, and you're gonna put 0.3 seconds, okay? All right, So first, we gonna add and check the population, okay? So how we do that? We gonna go here, we gonna scroll all the way down, you're gonna assign, and you're gonna assign value. You're gonna set population in variables. 2, we're gonna go to function, creature, group, and number the creatures on a group, okay? So we're gonna select creatures in function library, creature group, all the creatures in a team, and we're gonna select no team, okay? So with that, automatically we're gonna always have how many people we have. Now we're gonna add a different thing. We're gonna click on here and we're gonna go to player group, and we're gonna execute a player trigger for a group. So on the upper group, we're gonna perform the trigger we created before is the one that says update info loop to function player group all the players, and the check if the condition is false. Okay, now if you test and everything is working fine, you're gonna have your bar right here working. Mine is not working for some reason. Oh yeah, because of course we haven't started the game yet. But as you see, if everything is working, your bar is gonna be automatic refill by itself. So that's how you test it works. If it doesn't, once more, check the video again. Alright? Now, we already have that working, but now we need to make this work, okay? So we're gonna move to update info loop, and on there we're gonna add a new option, okay? And we're gonna change the condition. So we're gonna change or set the text on the inside the everything, and simply what we're gonna do is make players and trigger event. We're gonna modify first the money, okay? So remember, we're gonna select the text amount of money. All right, include the interface. In here, you're gonna do something like this: function library, a string concatenation, okay? And you're gonna expand. In the first thing, you're gonna put the icon that you select for this. In my case, for money, I select this one that is this dollar symbol, and you're gonna put a space on it, okay? So it's gonna look something like this. In the second one, you're gonna go function library, and you're gonna convert a value to string, okay? You're gonna expand, and on there, you're gonna select money, all right? And just close down. On variable, be sure that you're going down and you're gonna select money, and you're gonna put start amount of money for the player. In my case, is 5,000. Select the amount you want, and you're just gonna play. As you see, if everything is working fine, you're gonna see this is gonna update from 0000 to the amount you have, okay? Now we have two things working. As you see, it's not complicated. It's really easy to do, to update that information. Now, on here, I'm gonna turn off all these options, so you're gonna see it manually, but we're gonna copy and paste this. We're gonna put it here, and we're gonna change the information. So you're gonna keep the same one, but this time we're gonna update the food, okay? So the food is this one, right? We're gonna select that one, and we're gonna expand here. As we did before, we're gonna change the icon, the text, for the one I select here. Remember, you can get a lot of different icons from copying the characters, okay? Now, we're gonna select convert value to string, and we're gonna change the information here. This time we're gonna show food. So amount of food is equals to food. And once more, if everything is working fine, your food is also gonna update. Once more, also remember that at the beginning you're gonna set up some food for the players. I put 20 of food, so it's gonna be enough. They're gonna not lose it immediately, okay? Nice. Now, the population is a little bit triggered because we're gonna put the amount of population and the amount of max population. So select on here, copy and paste, as you did before. You're gonna add a new action, and on here, you're gonna select the amount of population, okay? For this, you're gonna update and you're gonna have something like this, okay? A string concatenation. On here, once more, you're gonna put the icon, all right? And then you're gonna have to put another concatenation, string concatenation, and you're gonna have something like this. Remember, if you're gonna have something easy to edit, don't select here, just select the last one, and you're gonna put another string concatenation, okay? And expand the last ones, and you're gonna click first on here, okay? On here, you're gonna place function convert value to a string, okay? And always start from the last one, otherwise this is gonna expand and you won't be able to click on it. And on here, you're gonna select on the functions one variable that we create, that is population max, okay? If you don't have it, create that variable, but check the previous classes because at this point you should have it. On here, what you're gonna do is to put a space, dash, space, and that's it, okay? And on the first one, you're gonna select function, convert value to a string, and on there, you're gonna expand and you put population. As you see, it's the hardest one to put in, okay? Sorry, it's not like this, it's on variables. It's the hardest one we're gonna have, all right? And if you go to the game, it's gonna look something like this, okay? It's gonna have a 0, that is the amount of population, dash 10, and well, that is the max amount of population, okay? Now, on here, we already have like different tools working here, but we still missing some, okay? Okay, it's not right here. Oh yeah, it's here. So now next, what you're gonna do is that you're already gonna add another one that is gonna be the stress, the amount of stress, once more, template. You're gonna go to the stress bar, that is this one, and you're gonna select the text is equals to the icon you select for the stress. In my case, I select this one, and just put the same information. You're gonna put in here stress, and that's it, okay? Now you also have 2 extra more. So the first one is the amount of crystals, and the crystals is in case you want to add it, but it's not mandatory. So it's okay if you don't want to add it, okay? I later gonna submit an extra class. Remember, that is not gonna be a live class, just a hotfix. An extra tutorial for you to learn how to do that, okay? But for now, keep it like it is. Now, the important thing is that you're gonna copy and paste the last one, and we're gonna add a new one for the level. So the players are gonna have this level update, okay? So select the level 1, okay? And the way we do it is we're gonna select function, convert value to a string, okay? And what you're gonna do is function, and you're gonna put math round, okay? The round, you're gonna put it as a downward, and the amount you're gonna do it is function library, math, numerical operation, and you're gonna take first the population. You're gonna, oh sorry, yeah, it's not like this, it's function. You're gonna have here on math the population here. Where is the population? Oh, numerical operation, yeah. Okay, perfect. On here you select population, and on here you're gonna add function. In game, you're gonna have the days that already passed in game. Let me. I don't remember. I don't. Where is that one? I think it's this one. Current game time. No, that is not the one. Is replication explanation, timer time, okay, probably is in Word. No. Oh, I don't remember. What was that? Okay, let me let me do this. What I'm gonna do is well, let me go ahead and move back here. That is what is important to keep your backups, guys. I'm gonna put last version. We're gonna confirm, is gonna save it, and we're gonna restore the erase because I for mistake forgot how to how it was, because well, it was really complicated and I don't remember exactly how it was set up. Okay, truly sorry for that, guys. On here, okay. Oh, I think it's not update. Oh, don't tell me it's not. Oh, come on, but I just put it restore, but well, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. For now, we're gonna keep on here. I think I'm gonna have to do a quick fix later for this. But remember, we're gonna place this for now, okay? Later, I'm gonna submit a video where you can change this. For now, I gonna select. I don't know. I was confused. I remember this was, but I don't remember where I see it. Picture facing angle, item, distance for position, delta storage. No information here, guys. No idea. Well, sometimes that happened. We don't gonna worry about it. Oh yeah, it's current game time actually. I don't know why I forget that. And you're gonna divide it in between two. All right, and you're gonna select downward. Okay. Now, if everything is working fine, you're gonna have something like this. Of course, I'm level 6 because I already have passed some days here, right? That is why I'm level 6, but as soon as I get more population, oh, it's taking a little bit, is gonna start adding more level. As an example, I'm on day number 3. Okay, as an example, right? I have level 6, but of course you can make it even better, because probably with that it's gonna have a lot of levels, and you don't want that. Okay, so what you can do, and the number I use the most, is just simply by pressing here and put it the information like this, same code, but I'm gonna divide it in between 100. Okay, all right, so now check. I'm gonna be level 0 because right now I don't have like too much population. Well, no population at all. Okay, now I'm gonna put my houses. Okay, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And even when the people is boarding, it's not going to increase my level immediately. I have to have less team people to start growing up on levels. Okay, with that you're going to have something more balanced. As you see right now, my level is really low. Come on, work. All right. As you see, my level is really low. I need to have a lot of people actually in my city to be able to earn some levels. I have to have at least, I guess, 30 people. I don't know. Oh no, I truly sorry. Put that I'm gonna earn a level every 100 people, and that probably is too much. We're gonna change it up a little bit more, and for the final adjust, the calculation must be better if you do something like this. not in 100, every 10 people we're gonna earn a level. So if we have 100, we're gonna be at level 10, okay? Let's see now how it works. We have level 0, or level 1 actually, because we have 1 day passed. And you can play with it, of course, if you want to see it become easier to level up. Well, just put the 10, you can change it. Okay, now we are level 0. And we need 10 people to, as you see, having an extra level. Okay, now I'm level 1 just. Now if I want to have more levels, I need to have at least 10 people in my city, 20 people for the second level. Okay, as you see, we have 14 people and we are level 2. So now we're gonna have like 30 people, 20 people, I guess, and we are level 3. Alright, so with this, you are gonna be able to create fully your map. In the next class that I'm gonna submit extra, I'm gonna show you how to do some extra things like having money for your game, okay? But for now, that will be the end of the basic class.